Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I will show you how to create a complete automation system that builds videos for you using make.com, Airtable, OpenAI, Cloudinary, and JSON2VIDEO. Let's dive in and make automation work for you. This is the workflow we are going to be building in make.com. So in make.com, we are going to be using of different modules to combine them and make our workflow. So in this workflow, we are making use of different modules. We have the Airtable search record. So this enables us to search our Airtable base. So with this, we can search a specific base in our Airtable and get the values we actually want to work with. Then we are going to make use of OpenAI ChatGPT model, which is a completion model. So we are going to be using a specific prompt to get our scenes, which is then going to be used in JSON2VIDEO to render our video. So after our scenes has been created, we are going to use JSON2VIDEO to create a movie from a template ID. So in the description below, I'm going to be inserting a template ID, which is already a predefined template in JSON2VIDEO. So this will help you to generate video that has already been predefined. That is, the context the video is supposed to work with has already been defined in the template. So you don't need to start all over again. But in the next coming videos, I'm going to show you how these templates are being created. So next, we are going to use another module, which is JSON2VIDEO wait for a movie to render. So the use case of this is to ensure that we wait for a specific movie to be completely rendered before we move to the next step in the workflow. Because JSON2VIDEO take a specific time for its video to be completely created. So we are going to wait for that short period of time. So once that is done, we move to storing our video to Cloudinary. So the essence of this, though this is optional, but the essence is to ensure that even when our video expires on JSON2VIDEO server, we are still able to have access to video for future use. Then finally, we are going to update the record we started with in Airtable and ensure that we mark that specific video done. So it means the video has been created. So this is a sample of how the Airtable base is like. So we are going to have a topic, we have the language which we expect the voiceover for the video to be in, then the voice name. JSON2VIDEO has specific voices you can use in your video, so you can explore that in JSON2VIDEO. I'll show you some few things. Then we have the model that is supposed to be used. We are using the Azure model here. Then we have some other parts which you can always look through. So we have the status, so which is from to do to done. So this ensures that we are always marking any entry that has already been worked with completed, so we don't reuse the same resource over time. Unless we just want to use it in the future, we can always change it back and make our updates. Then we have the result and Cloudinary URL. The result is the URL for the JSON2VIDEO direct link. Then the Cloudinary URL is the URL from our Cloudinary base. Now let's test the workflow so you can see how the whole scenario works. So first, Airtable is going to search our records to pick a particular row. Then ChatGPT will create the script for us. Now we are waiting for the video to render. Okay, now we can see that the first video has been created successfully. So what we just need to do is go to our Airtable base and see. Okay, let's refresh this. Yeah, so we have our first video created. So once I click on this now, it will open a new tab. So you can see this is the video we have right here. Simple and easy, right? So let's start building the workflow
Imagine it's
together.
a stormy day, and you're standing firm like a lighthouse in the midst of crashing waves. That's mental toughness.
Okay, so before we start creating the scenario from scratch, here are a few things you need to get. So you need to have a make.com account. So once you go to make.com, just create a free account. So you can use a free plan to create your videos as many times as you want. So once you're logged in, you're going to have your home page like this. So from here, you can see all what you've done, and you can start a new scenario by clicking on create scenario. The next thing on the list is Airtable. So you need an Airtable account. So we are going to go to airtable.com. So once you go to airtable.com, just log in with your details. So once you're logged in, you'll be directed to a page like this where you can see a brief summary of all you've been doing on Airtable. So you can create your base and start up with your automation. So to make work easy for you, I already created a base that can be shared with you. So if you click on the link in the description, you are going to see this link. So you will have a page like this. So from here, you just click on copy to base. So once you click on copy the base, this will automatically add this base to your own Airtable account. So you can always have access to it whenever you need to. So then the next thing on our list is how to get Airtable personal access token. So to make your automation complete, you need a personal access token. This can be gotten from your home page. So just come to this page, click on this icon, then go to Builder Hub. Once you click on Builder Hub, it will load the page for you. So here you can create your personal access token. So I already have mine. What you just need to do is click on create token, then fill in the necessary information. So once you're creating your token, ensure that you have these informations added. So you ensure that the token is able to read your record, write your record, and update. So once you add this write record, it's able to create a new one, edit and delete records. So that ensures that your workflow does not have an issue. Next, we get our OpenAI API keys. So I believe many of us have ChatGPT account, so which means automatically you have an OpenAI account. So just go to OpenAI platform. So from there, you are able to get your API keys. So from here, you can create a new key or work with the keys you've already created. So if you created a key before now and you didn't save the secret key, then you are definitely not going to have access to it. So the best bet is to create a new key. So click on create new secret key and get your API keys. So the next thing is to create a JSON2VIDEO account. So let's move to JSON2VIDEO.com. So we have this JSON2VIDEO platform. So what you just need to get started is get your API key. Once you click on this, you'll be asked to provide your email. So with this, they are going to send you a secret key, and that's just what you need to get started. So get that and store it somewhere. Ensure you store it somewhere for safety. Now, finally, we need a Cloudinary account. So this part is optional. You might skip it if you don't want to stress yourself about it. So all you just need to do is create a Cloudinary account with your email, then come to this page. In your Cloudinary account, you are able to get your API keys. So just click on API keys and you can generate a new API key or use the one you had before. So with this, we can start creating our scenario. Now we are in the make.com dashboard, so we need to start creating our scenario. So the first thing to do is click on create scenario. So let's do that. The first module we are going to be using is Airtable. So let's click on Airtable here. Now for the first Airtable module, we are going to pick a method that will enable us to search our Airtable base. So we are going to click on search records. So let's click on that. So now that we have the Airtable module selected, we need to configure it to have our Airtable credentials. So we are going to set up the connection. So for the first time, we are going to click on add connection. So we are going to click on your connection type. So you'll be selecting Airtable token or key. So when you do that, you are going to put your Airtable personal access token, which we already described how you could get it. So once that is done, you click on save. So since I already have my connection, I'll just select one of my Airtable connection that I already created. So now you select the table, the base rather, you select the base. So the base you are working with is the entertainment. So you click on entertainment. So now under entertainment, there are different tables. So we are going to click on inspirational videos. Now the view part is not necessary, just leave it blank. Then we click on select all, so which is going to give us access to all the fields in that table. Now the formula we are working with is we are searching this base based on the status of the table. We are searching for status that has a value of to do, so we are going to pick on status that has to do. So we have status equals to do, so we have that. Then for the limit, we are going to limit it to just one value. So we are expecting just one value from the table, so we click on save. So if I run this once, it will run, and we have an output, vision with action, the difference between dreamers and doers. So that is already working fine. Next, we add the new module, which is going to be a ChatGPT module. So we are going to click on OpenAI ChatGPT. So we click on OpenAI. So now we are looking for generate a completion. So the method we are working with is generate a completion. So we click on generate a completion. Now, same as before, we are going to configure our connection. So for the first time, we are going to click on add connection. Then you put your credentials. So I already have a connection. So I'm going to continue working with my connection. So chat completion is the method we are working with. The model is going to be, you can pick any model. You can go through OpenAI model list and pick the one you want to work with. But for this case, we are going to work with GPT-4o system. Now we are going to apply the messages. We have two messages we are going to use here. We are going to use the one for developer/system. How do we want the model to function as? This is where our prompt comes in. So the prompt is going to be well structured. So I'm going to copy and paste the prompt here. Then I'll explain what the prompt does. Now we have the prompt. So the prompt says you are an expert motivational copywriter and visual storyboard artist. So this is a well-structured prompt that follows the standard prompt engineering system. So we have the context, which is giving us the persona for the AI model. So we are not just telling the model to act any way it wants. We want it to act in a specific way we want. The goal is to produce approximately 1 minute 20-second motivational speech, which is about 180 to 240 words divided into coherent scenes. So we want the model to provide us a structured scenes that we can use in JSON2VIDEO. So this is the expected output. Okay, now we are going to change this. So the topic is going to be this. We are going to update it to select the topic from Airtable records. So we have one topic, yes. So we have that. You can always update this to fit a persona you want. If you want it to act differently, you just edit some parts that you want. So we move on. So the next is to come to the advanced part. We need to update some settings. So the response format should be in JSON. So I change it to JSON object. We want the response to be passed. So you leave that, leave mass token, leave this, leave this. Okay, so we can leave every other part. But the most important part is let the response to be a JSON response. So at this point, I'll click on save. Let's save the scenario. So let's try and run it again. Okay, there was a mistake. I didn't complete the setup. So let's update that. Sorry about that. So The message is, we have message 1. There's supposed to be a message 2. I'm sorry I didn't put that immediately. So add a new message, so which is going to be the user message. So the input, I'm supposed to add the input, the topic, and the language, so I didn't do that. So let's update our module. So the text content, I'm going to copy and paste now, so we can just be fast with that. So I'll update the topic, then the language. So that's that. Let's save with this. So let's rerun the scenario. Okay, so now we have a proper response, right? Yeah, right. So that is that. So now let's move to the next stage, which is to add the JSON to video module. We already have the title and the scenes created from OpenAI. Now we need to move the scene, pass it down to JSON to video, then let it generate our video for us. So let's do that. JSON to video. So this is it here. We are going to select create video from template, create movie from a template ID, because I already created a template ID we can work with. So I'll put that in the description. In case you have any issue, don't forget to put it down in the comment section, and also like and share this video for others to learn as well. Thank you. I should do that. All right. So now let's click on create a movie from a template ID. Now, same way we configure our connection. So just put your API key here straight up and you're good. Now I already have my connection. I'm going to select the right one I want to use for this video. So desired video resolution, so I want it to be vertical. We are going to be creating a vertical video here. So now the template ID, let me copy and paste the template ID here. So after pasting, the required variables from the template will drop down, so I can now fill the necessary part. So the voice model, we go to the Airtable records voice model, click on that. Voice name, click on that. Image model, click on that. Subtitles model, click on that. Subtitles font, click on that. Music URL, click on that. Title video, so this title video should be left blank, because or you provide a URL to a specific video that will replace the title section of the generated video. So we leave that blank since there's already a default URL provided. So the title, we are going to select the topic as the title, then the title font, we select that. Now we want to add the scenes list. So now you remember we already generated the scenes from ChatGPT. So just click on map. So this will allow us to just map from what ChatGPT already provided. So the scenes, you just click on the scenes under result. So at first it will appear like this. Just drop down the result and click on the scenes. So that will pass it down. So we can now save this scenario. Now, before we run this, let's provide a new module. So this is going to be another module from JSON to video, which will enable us to wait for a movie to render before moving to the next stage in the scenario. So JSON to video again, we wait for a movie to render. So the project ID is the project here. So we can save that. So that's easy. So let's at least test this and see if it works. Okay, we are in the last stage of this current testing. Okay, now it's done. So let's see what happened. So everything is successful. We already got the last module here marked successful. So if you look at JSON to video, we are going to see the output. So this is the output here. So you can see that everything works Very well. So this is the music URL, the scene list, and all. Now this is the full information about the movie that was created for us. So you can see URL to video generated video. So this is every information we need. We can decide to just access this right now, but let's complete the process, then we do it again and get the direct information in our Airtable base. Next, we are going to add a new module. So this first one is optional, but the next one is compulsory. So the first one is Cloudinary. So you might want to save it to your own cloud storage, because when JSON2VIDEO create a video for you, they store it in their own storage for a specific time frame, and when that time frame is elapsed, it will be deleted. So you need to be careful in case you want to have your video long term. So you need to save it in your own storage. So now I'm going to include Cloudinary. So this is Cloudinary, and here we are going to just select a method that helps us to upload a resource. So click on upload a resource. Now same thing, you add your connection. So click on this and put your information and you are good. So my connection is already created, so let's fill this out. File type is a URL where the file stored, so click on that because we are passing it a URL. So now what's the file itself? So from JSON to video, wait for a movie to render, we're going to click on URL to the generated video. Click on that. That is the file we want to upload. So resource type, it is a video. Upload preset, just click on the ML default. Then the public ID, leave that, is not important. The folder, so depending on your structure, if you have a folder, you're going to select a specific folder you want the video to be stored. If not, you can leave it blank. Use file name, you can leave it the way it is. Then the type is upload. So we have that. Then click on save. So instead of testing again, let me add the next module, which is Airtable again. But this time we are selecting a method that helps us to update a record. So we want to update the record we already started with. So click on update a record. Do your connection as well. Next, you select your base, which is going to be entertainment. Now, which table are we working with? Inspirational videos. Right. Now, the record ID. So we come to the Airtable search records. Now there are two IDs here, but the correct one is this first ID. This one is just a number. We want the right ID to be selected, so which is the unique identifier. So we select that. So now these are the records and we need to update the right one. So the names, the topic, language, voice name, they are constant values. So what we just need to update is the result, which is the URL to the generated video. So we come here, URL to generated video. Then Cloudinary URL, we come to Cloudinary, we select URL, which is what we expect it to output to us. So then we click on save. So now we already have all the flow complete. So now let's test one more time and see if there's any error. We make correction, and if there is none, we're good. Okay, so our scenario is completely up and running. So you can see that the instance is successful. Every part of the scenario worked perfectly. So now we need to check our Airtable base to confirm the result. So as you can see, there is a new update here. This is the video from JSON2VIDEO, and this is the link from Cloudinary. So let's click on the link from Cloudinary. Right, so we have our video. Isn't that great? Very easy and straightforward. So you can incorporate the same approach and you are going to get a similar result. All you just need to do is follow the steps and ensure that every aspect of the module are properly worked on. So in case you have any question or you run into any issue, please don't forget to put it down in the comment section so I can assist you in any way. So kindly help me like this video, subscribe and share with everyone you know so we all can keep growing together. So guys, I'll see you in the next video.